to my channel. Today's Wednesday, 4th October. It's 2:20 right now. I just came from work. And oh, I found my glasses. Ooh, yay. My roundy glasses. They don't give me a headache like the other ones, but I have a headache anyways today. Well, it's not really a headache, it's just like a light headache. Not really a headache, just like my head is tight. I have no idea. I am not 100% today. I don't know why. I gotta eat something. I'm super hungry. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to eat. I'm so lazy, like always. I don't want to cook anything. I don't know what to cook. Seriously, like cooking is so hard. I have some vegan bratwurst in here. I was thinking about making them, maybe vegan Italian sausages. Maybe I'll make that with some noodles later. No idea. Oh, I still have some pretzels. I'm gonna eat a pretzel now. And then I'll think about what to cook. My kids are still in school. They're in aftercare. They have half day today. Oh, not half day, short day. Get off at 1. So Wednesdays they usually stay in aftercare. Tomorrow they have a short day again. Because today and tomorrow is Parents Teachers Day. And they always make short day on these days. And the fall break starts this week. So Friday they have no school, and then Saturday we're leaving for Vegas, and we're gonna be in Vegas for 1 week, just chilling and relaxing. And I don't know what. We're not gonna go to the strip. We were in Vegas 2 years ago for a weekend, and we've walked the strip up and down for like a whole day, and that's enough. We don't need to go back there. So yeah, we're just gonna chill at the hotel, cause when was that? Last year, winter time? I don't know. We got a phone call, cause at the Phoenix Fair, we filled out some paper to like win something or whatever. And then last year, we got a phone call that we can get free trips if we attend this like event. It was for a, what do you call it? For a share? Home share, whatever. It wasn't really a share thingy. Well, it was kind of like it where you like, you know, buy a lease or something for the hotel where you can have the room, but you cannot, it's not just a specific room. It's like for this hotel company, and you can go like everywhere in the world where they have a hotel. Definitely are going to have a room in that specific hotel, blah, 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 whatever. But they said, and that was from the, you know, from the Phoenix Fair, that the paper that we fill out where we can win something, that was that. So they called us, and so we attended that, and it took like, I don't know how many hours, 500 million hours. We had to listen and watch and blah and text and kind of, I don't. And yeah, if we attended that, we would get free trips, 2 free trips. One for a 1 week trip, and the other one was like a weekend getaway. So we're doing that 1 week thing right now, and then the weekend getaway we can do after we did this 1 week thing. So we wanted it to use that when we went to VidCon, but there was no hotel for that time that we went to VidCon. They didn't have those days open, because we have to like log into their website and then see they offer certain times that you can go. So I was like, okay, well, if we can't use it for VidCon, then we'll use it, you know, for fall break. So they had fall break open, so we're just using that. We don't have any plans what exactly to do. We're just gonna chill, make some videos, I guess, and yeah. But it's not really free, you know. You get something, and we still had to pay a lot of money. We had to pay taxes. That was like $300 still, and then I don't know, some other extra stuff. So it wasn't all free. You get something free, you still have to pay for taxes. Yes. This house is never quiet, so you might hear some noises. This house is never quiet, so you might hear some horses. This house is never quiet, so you might hear some noises. Who knows where the noises are coming from? So today's storytelling time. Story time. So today's story time. I thought it's fitting for, you know, the Halloween theme and stuff like that. The first time I ever encountered a ghost. Or have I? What?
10 seconds later.
Okay, first time I was about 11 years old. And my aunt had just died in the Philippines. Oh, you guys see this. Hey! The animals are going crazy up in here. So my mother and me, we went to the Philippines for a few weeks and for the funeral. My aunt had raised me the first 3 years until my mother could bring me to Germany. Yeah, she was very close to me or something. I don't know, I can't really remember much. My aunt was very sick. I can't remember what she had. She had been in the hospital bed the last few months. I don't know how long she had been in bed, but it's been for like quite a while, I guess. And she was really sick, and I don't know what it was. And in the Philippines, we stayed in her house where she had been the last few moments. And I think she died in that house too. I don't know. I don't know much from that time anymore. So we ended up staying in that house. And one night I woke up from something. A noise I heard from outside. It sounded like a garbage can falling over or something, but it was like a boom, and it sounded like a garbage can, and then followed by a barking from a dog, and it woke me up. And I was sleeping on the floor, and my mother was like next to me, and like I think from what I remember there was a window there. So I woke up, and then I looked up and I looked around in the room. I don't know what time it was, but then I looked over to the door, which was like on my right side, and my aunt was standing in that door, and she was just standing there smiling at me and waving, you know, and it totally freaked me out. And I closed my eyes like really hard, and she was just standing there, and my mother was laying next to me, but she was like on it was not a bed, but some kind of a, what do you call that, something to sleep on, I don't know, but there was like space in between, so I couldn't scream. I wanted to cry, but I couldn't cry. I couldn't do anything. I was trying to wake up my mother, but I couldn't do anything. I was like froze. And then, I don't know, the only thing that I could do was like, you know, crawl underneath that space between the bed and the floor where my mother was lying on. So I crawled down there. I was totally freaked out, and then I guess I must have fallen back asleep. And then the next day I told my mother, of course, you know what I saw, and I was totally scared. I freaked out. I was crying. I didn't want to stay in that house. I told her I wanted to leave, and then they like looked at me and like, oh, all emotional. Oh my god, she like said goodbye to you and blah blah blah. And you saw, and I'm like, what the heck, man? I want to leave this house like right now. I don't want to stay in here. You know, I was like 11 years old. I don't know what's going on. And this person is supposed to be dead, and I saw her last night. I know I was not dreaming, and I was just totally freaked out. I was crying the whole time I wanted to leave. I won't ever forget that. So yeah, that was like my first time that I ever encountered some ghostly event like that, I guess. I don't know how you say it. But then when we went back to Germany, it was probably a week after we got back, but we were at home, and it was night already. It was already dark outside, and we would always like sit in the kitchen, my dad, my mother, and me, and just like hang out there. My dad was reading the newspapers, I guess, and my mother, I can't remember what she did, but she was sitting there too. Maybe she was eating or she was reading too, I don't know. But I was like sitting on the back of the chair of my dad. So my dad's sitting in the chair, right, and I'm sitting on the chair back behind my dad. I used to do that a lot. And then behind me is like the kitchen counter and everything. And there's like a lot of space, you know, and then my mother's like to the right of me, but on the table, and we're just sitting there and just talking, you know, just hanging out, you know. And you know, back then there was no phone and internet and all that stuff, so we're just hanging out in the kitchen, and then I feel something going down my back, like something, you know, something touched my back, like this, and I freaked out and I jumped up from the chair and I jumped into my mother's lap, and she just looked at me like, you know, what the heck are you doing, you know? And then she's like laughing and stuff, you know, like, what's going on, what happened, you know, did I miss something, you know? And I'm just like, and I'm looking in the direction, you know, where I was sitting, and there's just darkness and the kitchen counter and air and nothing, you know. And it's just like freaking out, and but I didn't tell her. At that time, I was just like, maybe I just imagine it, I don't know. But it was a firm like tap on my back, like, you know, like a stroke down my back. So I don't know, maybe it was my aunt finally saying goodbye or whatever. She's like, okay, well, I'ma bounce now, I'm finished here, I made sure you're back in Germany and everything's a-okay, so I'ma go now, so, you know. I don't know. But that was weird. Bleh. Freaked me out. I can't sleep at night without light. I still, to this day, need light. I got issues. Have you ever encountered anything like that? Any spiritual, ghostly events going on in your life? Anything weird happening? I got more stories. Yep. If you wanna know, subscribe, like, let me know in the comments down below what you have experienced. Do you believe in ghosts or stuff like that? I do. I definitely do. Jeff doesn't, but I have a story with Jeff, so I can tell you that later. Yeah, let me know what you think. And subscribe so you can hear all my other stories. Bye!